Hey guys, and welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley, and welcome to our first episode of a brand new watercolor flower series called Watercolor Blooms. If you have been around for just a little bit, we've been debating over the name for this series for a while, been getting input, and Kylie and I decided on Watercolor Blooms because obviously flowers, watercolor, but blooms and blooming is also a watercolor term. It was simple, it was to the point, it was a little bit cute just because of watercolor blooms and blooms. Anyways, that is the series name. I am so excited. We're going to be painting a flower once a week. We may expand it twice a week if we can. We will see. But I still want to keep up with all of the other videos we do, all the videos with my sister, and she's going to start doing videos on her own, which I'm so excited. I need y'all to encourage her because she needs some encouragement to do these videos on her own. She gets a little nervous being on camera by herself. Yeah, if you want to see Kylie and more of Kylie, please comment all the awesome things about her. Welcome to Watercolor Blooms. It's our first episode, and I decided in celebration of this, I would buy some flowers. So I have some flowers in the background here. I've actually taken a bunch of reference photos of these different flowers. In my Flower Everyday series, I used a book as a reference, and I've thought about doing that, but I want this series to kind of change where we're getting references from. So I thought I would start off by photos that I've taken of flowers. So I have a nice, beautiful bouquet back here, and we might eventually get to painting the entire bouquet. We may do that like after a month or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I want to paint individual flowers, and then we'll like end it all with a bouquet and then start a new one, or I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I'm excited either way. So I'm going to be painting in my new Etcher Labs sketchbook. I've never had one of these. I've heard people talk about these so much, and so I have high hopes that I'm going to like it. It is 100% cotton watercolor paper, but I wanted to have all of my flowers from this series to be in one book contained thing. So they're not loose papers that get lost. And anyways, so yes, we're going to start with this. And honestly, you know, when you get a new sketchbook, you're a little intimidated for that first page to make it look good and not have the book start off on a bad note. So to combat that anxiety, because I also want to be talking about painting anxieties and stuff and how to just do it. Just paint. We're just gonna start, okay? So we're just gonna start. But to start this out, I figured we'd paint a flower that is comfortable, that's easy, that's not too complicated. So let me grab my flowers here. I bought so many flowers. I got this one because of this hydrangea. I'm pretty sure it was actually spray painted this color because the stems look like they're spray painted too, but it was just so pretty. I don't think it's gonna last very long. But we've got carnations, we have lilies, we have roses. I'm not sure what this is. If you know what this flower is, tell me. It's beautiful. So I've got that bouquet, but then I also got this smaller one. Beautiful different roses. We've got some like thistle-y things, but I wanted to start with, let's see if you can see, these little purple flowers right here. I'm not sure what they're called. I might try to look that up and put it on the screen. But I've taken some like up close macro shots of those flowers so we can paint those little purple ones in a paint them bigger, see some detail on them. And yeah, I'm excited. So let's stop talking. Let's start painting. We're going to be using my Etcher palette and my Etcher sketchbook. I will eventually be changing out different paints, but I wanted to start with this. So, all right, let's go ahead, turn the camera around and start painting Watercolor Blooms. All right, so here is the Etcher sketchbook. I did pick this one up on Amazon. If it is available, I'll link it. I don't know how often it like goes out of available. I do remember a while back when I was trying to find it, I couldn't find it very easily, but maybe they're easier to get now. I don't know. I think we were talking about the first page, of course. I think I want to save this very first page to do something with like the title of the series and maybe flowers everywhere. So I am going to turn over to this one, and we're going to be painting on both papers. So I want to be on this one first. I think we're going to get the clip on here. All right, and here are my paints. All right, since this is a photo that I took, I can put this on the screen. I had somebody tell me not to put photos on the screen of the book pictures. So it's another reason I want to use my own photos for right now. Okay, so I took just a nice close-up shot of this beautiful flower, and I took several different like angles so we can put several on here and have different angles of them. They have lots of green stuff coming up around them. These are lots of buds. So let's see what direction we end up wanting to go, but that's beautiful. I had to pause a second to place an order of 31 Purple Fish paints because their update went live like 1 minute ago and I wanted to get those paints. I have an addiction and I need to just stop looking at the Instagram because I want all of the paints now. I think I want to use my Creative Mark Rhapsody Kolinsky Sable. This is just a number 4 round. This is natural hair brush, but let's start by mixing up a purple that we like. All right, I'm gonna start with Quinacridone Violet. All right, and I'm gonna take some Ultramarine. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, and then I want to take a little bit of the Quin Rose now. Trying to get a nice balance between the blue and the magenta. That's pretty. Okay. All right, so here's the consistency of the paint. It's a fairly light wash. It's still got a little bit of pigment in there, but I want to start light with this. I probably should do the yellow center first, but I'm going to not. Okay, let's kind of map out what we want. I kind of want maybe a couple of stems coming up and then just like flowers, because it's kind of a full, lots of flowers close together kind of thing. So I'm going to start off with kind of this angle here. So we can tell this one is slightly angled this way. So the petals will appear shorter on this side and longer on this side. So let's go ahead and put in our first petal. Oh, that color is gorgeous. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so let's just start putting in these real fine petals. And I didn't mention, I do want this series to be similar to the last one, the Flower Everyday series. A lot of you have come from that one, so you know what I'm talking about. But I want to keep these fairly loose and beginner friendly. I don't want to have too much fussy details going into these. All right, so this side, we're gonna make them shorter. Okay, so make some shorter petals. Going into longer. Okay, let's make this a little more full now. Pretty. Oh, I like it already. I'm gonna leave that space there. I kind of like that hole. And maybe one more here. Okay. I'm gonna wait to do the yellow. I wanna kind of fill out some flowers first. I'm already excited. This is beautiful. All right, so we got a nice one facing that direction. I wanna do one kind of like this. So the back ones are going to be longer. These front ones are going to be itty bitty, and we even have some coming up over the middle of that flower. So let's start with, I want to put it here. We're going to start with those back petals. So again, that one was a little bit thick, but that's okay. We're going to kind of curve that out a little bit. Just picturing this dome right here for the center. There we go. Okay, starting to get shorter on the side. Whoops, hit the microphone. All right, so coming forward here, we're gonna come do one more here, and then these are gonna kind of come up a little bit. And then out this way. Let's do one more here. There you go. See, look at those flower perspectives. I love it. And I love this color. Okay. I want to do some kind of side facing ones too. So let's get a like completely side facing one here. This one's got little buds coming all around it. Here's this one. You can kind of see the base of it. These little pokey green things here. So let's start. Where do I want this one? I feel like I want it to be down here. Okay. So we're going to put it here. And we're going to do these are pretty thin. And they kind of go in a bell shape from here, here. So we'll have green here, and then they're gonna go up this way, like so. Let's do one little thin one coming out this way. Pretty, pretty. Okay. And then we'll do the green in a minute. So we'll have some little buds coming around these. I feel like I want a couple of more flowers though, but I am loving this already. Okay. I like this right here. And I want this one is actually very similar to this, but we will see the base of this one. It's actually quite similar. Okay. I like this one. Let's do this one. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna put this one kind of here, and then we might fill in with some buds and maybe one more like half opening flower here. Okay, so center is there-ish. So let's go here with some petals. Good. Doing good. We're going to make these go out this way. I'm going to overlap this other one. That's totally fine. Okay. I got quiet. Sorry about that. Just kind of getting in the zone. Whoops, getting in the zone and painting. Oh gosh, I'm hitting everything. When you get in the painting zone, if you know what I mean, comment below. What does your painting zone look like? Mine is I get quiet and relaxed. And normally it's just, I'm painting without thinking at that point. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. So before we start filling in with the greenery, I want to put one more here that looks like it's barely opening. So we're going to put some little, just little strokies there. Then we'll put the green base and pull that out. Do we want to do the yellow centers first? Perhaps. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to take my CAD yellow medium. And I feel like it's got a touch of green in it. So I'm going to take a touch of, which green are you? This is undersea green. I'm so sorry, I don't have much voice. All right, so let's just start putting in some of this yellow. And I'm just going to kind of put little strokes in here. I don't want to do like just a solid circle of yellow because I want it to look a little bit textured. So just put like dots and lines and curves where that yellow center is. And then when you have where you have a petal coming up above the yellow center, make sure you don't cover that up. So you still have that perspective there. Pretty. And then when that dries, I'll probably go in with another layer to put some depth in that as well. But let's move on to some green. Okay, so this is undersea green. I'm trying to see what kind of green is. It's a little bit more sappy. I have rare green earth, hooker's green, undersea green. Let's actually mix. I want to take a little bit of freshwater from Turner's, just because I kind of want to play with color and mixing. And then let's take some ultramarine. Okay, and let's get some CAD going here. That was a lot of CAD. It was a little bit too much. Adding a dash of hooker's green into the mix. I'm just playing with color right now, guys. A little bit more undersea. Okay, I feel like it needs to be a little bit darker still. I actually am going to add in some of hematite genuine. Which one are you? Because of the granulation in this color, and it'll add a little bit of depth as well. But I just want to add some of that in. I need a little, oh, here's a piece of paper I can swatch on. Ooh, that's pretty. Feel like I'm getting where I want to be. All right, so I want to start with this one since we've got that kind of L base. So I want to start just by getting that shape going. And then we're going to bring it up onto some of the petals because it's kind of spiky coming up, just like so. And then let's pull this stem down. Yeah, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, so this one, let's pull a center down here, and I want to connect to this stem. So a lot of these stems connect. And I also want to put just a little bit of green coming from this. There we go. Okay. Nice. All right, let's pull a stem down. If you're not getting a fine point on your brush when you're going in and getting paint, if you're just going in and like squishing it in and you lift it up, you're not going to have that fine point. So every time I'm going in, I'm twisting. So if you see me twisting my brush, I'm getting that point on that brush. Okay. All right, let's pull this stem down here. And we're gonna have it match up there. And we're gonna be putting some buds through here too, but let's go ahead and get a little bit of a stem attaching here. And we're gonna say that one attaches there. And then this one as well. Let's get lots of green coming up over this one because it's just coming out. Okay. All right, so we need to fill this in with some greenery and budding. Let's look at the flowers. So here's the actual flower, which if you see, there are a ton of these little round buds, I'm assuming. Yeah, these are all flowers coming out. That's so cool. Okay, I want to show you something. Look how cute. I don't know if you can see this down here, but look, it looks like it. That's adorable. Okay, sorry, I got happy there. Anyways, so each of these stems, we need to have a bunch of little ones coming off, and then a few of the leaves. These are long, skinny leaves. So, okay. I love having actual flowers. All right, so let's go ahead and start putting in a bunch of these. So we're gonna take little stem coming off the edge, and then these are gonna be really, really round things. So let's put those in. I want some coming this way. Let's say there's a random one here. And then just kind of fill in everywhere with these. And then on some of them, you can put like a little bit of purple at the tip coming out. Just do a bunch of just filler things. Pretty. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope y'all are having fun. I hope this is stress-free and y'all are just having a blast with me because I'm having so much fun. Okay, so let's put a couple of the long leaves in here. So let's go off this stem here and just do, yeah, just like that. Pretty. Come here. Let's do one coming this way. Let's have a leaf coming out here somewhere. Good. Maybe one coming up the top and out the side here. Good, good, good. I feel like we're missing a little balance, but I also don't want it too balanced. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to put something there. I don't know. Maybe it just needs to be here. Looking good. All right, so before I add any more in, I want to start adding a tiny bit of detail. We're almost done. I don't want this to be too horribly long. Oh, shoot, I've got to go to the doctor. I have to leave. Okay, so I'm back. Let's finish this up. I made it in time to my doctor's appointment, so we're good. All right, so going back into this size 4 brush, let's see. I'm trying to decide, I think I want to get a little bit more pigmented, but let me see if we just put a light wash of details instead of putting in a more pigmented. That might be what I want for these. Let's see. This is like barely there, you know. Oh, I love these flowers already though. Beautiful. I mean, it's showing up a little bit but as those marks dry, it's gonna like not be there enough. So let's make this a little bit more pigmented. I think this is purpurite. Let's get a little bit of that one. Let's put my little, or is that Tundra Pink? That's Tundra Pink. Let's actually use that. I like Tundra Pink. Nope, that one is purpurite. I'm here, it's fine. Okay, now let's get Tundra Pink. Yep, there we go. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take this, there we go. Put just some light curving lines. I don't want too much, so I'm like trying to barely graze the paper on these. Just remember to curve your lines with the shape of the petals. So you have straighter lines in the middle of the petals and kind of curved on the outside. And I'm just gonna go through and do this on all the petals, and then we will finish off details on the leaves and things. Okay. All right, so before I do details on the greenery, I do want to go, like I said, go back into the center and just put a little bit more detailed depth there. So I'm just taking the cad yellow now, giving a little bit of that, and I'm just adding in some more pigmented moments of that yellow. Just little lines, little curves, not trying to make any certain shapes happen. I'm just wanting some randomness. Just so you can see a little bit more depth in that center. It's not just flat one wash of color. Gonna have some of this yellow come out on a couple of these petals, even on this one, maybe on this one too. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, last but not least, let's take our green, and I think I'm just taking the green I already had mixed up, and I am tapping the side of my brush on my cloth because I just want all the excess water out. I want this very, very little bit on here, and I'm going to go down the center of these leaves lightly. And then on all the little buds, I'm just taking a few strokes to deepen the base of them. Just again, so there's a little bit of dimension. And one last step, I promise. I'm taking a little bit of just that purple I had, and on the tips of a couple of these buds, I want just a little bit of purple, like there's a flower about to come out of that bud. So we'll just take a couple of these, ones that look like they're gonna open up soon. That makes more sense. There we go. Okay. Let's zoom out just a smidge, and here is the final, if you know what these are called. If I haven't figured it out and put it on the screen, please let us know in the comments what this flower is called. But this is our first episode of Watercolor Blooms. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that you come back for more. Join us each week. Paint some simple flowers with us. So in the last series, I did paint splatter. This one, go right ahead and splatter your paint, but I am actually really enjoying the simple background of this one, and it's going to change with each episode and each painting. I want to expand different styles. I want us to try different things. We might paint in full backgrounds on some of them, but I just want us to explore together, to learn together. And as we go through the weeks, the months, my goal is for us to all improve as artists. So as we go through, if you have a journal that you're going through too, or a sketchbook, there's going to be some days that aren't as good as others, and that's totally fine. That is the learning process, and that's why we are here. So I hope that you had a great start to this, but if yours didn't work out like you wanted to, it's fine. We're going to improve from here. So if you did enjoy this video though, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to stick around and see more from this series, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and we will see you guys in our next one. Bye. love it, I love it, I love it. Ah, no. Oh, I'm excited. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, 31 purple fish, confirmed. Hopefully I didn't just show you my address.